What's up? You're watching ActuX. Today, oh boy, do I have a story for you guys. Yay! But while I talk about it, we're gonna be dyeing my hair because I just came back. If I look super chopped right now because I walked like 2 miles. Actually, it was more like 5. It's 95 degrees outside where I am and it's really hot. But I decided, since I was a lazy bum all spring break and didn't record any videos, I decided, oh shit, I probably should. Anyways, we're gonna be dyeing my hair black. I know it looks black, but if you look really closely, it's like a brown, and I don't fuck with brown hair. I just don't. So we're gonna use this hair. We're gonna use this hair dye. I also picked up a spray, a Monster for later. Monster, sponsor me. And featuring. So anyways, this is gonna be about how I met this dude on Instagram and we hung out like 3 days later. I don't have a script for this, so it's gonna be a little all over the place, but you wanna know what? I think that's the best kind. That's the best kind of stories. So this dude texts me on like this like plug account on Instagram. He's a plug. That's kind of what made me start talking to him in the first place, because I really thought like, oh, I was gonna get some. Because I got high. I mean, is it not obvious what I like? Okay, so this dude texts me off of his plug account, and he texted me because I posted on my note. I was like, on my Instagram note, by the way, go follow my Instagram and you'll see all the crazy stuff happen live. So on my note, I put like, oh, yard flavors hold memories, because at the time I had one and it reminded me of like sophomore year when I was dating Joshua. If you don't know who Joshua is, go rewatch what was it, my first video on this channel. So I had the same flavor and I was just keeping up at my spot, at my little like spot, my secret spot that I have. And right, this dude messages me off his little plug account, and he's like, oh, that's so real. And I was like, yeah, I know, right? So we get to talking, and I genuinely thought this was a girl at first because he didn't have his face. It was just a random plug account. And he was like, midway through the conversation, he was like, oh, I'm gonna like, that's so weird, I'm texting you on my plug account, let me just follow you on my main. He follows me on his main. I find out that this dude is a freaking like famous musician, right? I find out this dude's like in a pretty big local band. I'm not naming any bands. I'm not gonna name anything for privacy reasons. But we need to give this dude a name. We're gonna call him Nosferatu because he can't wake up for crap. He wakes up at 4 p.m. every day. It's only been a week and I'm already mad at him, right? Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. My lord. Nosferatu. We're gonna call him Nosferatu. So Nosferatu follows me on his main and I stalk him, and basically I look through his highlights and I'm like, oh shit, he's like, he's okay. He's okay. You know, he looks like a slight variant of like Ed Sheeran a little bit, and I was like, it's making me laugh. Just yeah, just like a better looking version of Ed Sheeran. So we talk all day, all the rest of the day. At like 1 o'clock at night, I was up for some reason. Usually I'm in bed by like 11 o'clock every night. He texts me, he's like, oh, you want to call? And I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess so.
I hate calling people. I hate it so much. I can't freaking do it.
I hate talking to people. I hate calling people. But I made an exception because I was like, well, if I'm nice to him, maybe I can get some free. La 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 la. La 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 la. So I was like, okay, I'll call you. I'll call you. I call him. And dude, oh my god, he was talking the whole time. He was talking the whole freaking time, I swear. It was so annoying. It was so annoying. I barely talked at all. We talked mostly the whole time about drugs. And I'm not talking just about that, I'm talking about the hard shit. I seem to attract a type. I can see that now. It's always the druggies, man. I don't know. So, right, he talks about that. He talks about that for a while, and I was like, okay. I was like, okay, it's nice. It's nice. And I'm pacing around my room. I'm like, just fucking end the call, right? And we get to talking about music, which is actually something I enjoy talking about. I love talking about music. I love music. I love metal, you know, rock, all that stuff. And that was something we had in common. We love like hardcore, metal, hardcore, you know, all that good stuff, right? So we began talking about that. And he has to hang up at some point. And he's like, wow, I really like talking to you. can I call you again in like a second? I was like, fine. He hangs up, and then like 5 minutes pass, and he calls me again, and we talked again for like 30 minutes until I insisted I needed to sleep. But he was like, yeah, we should like totally hang out. Oh. What did I say? I said, yeah, we should totally hang out. I didn't want to hang out with this dude. I didn't. So we planned on hanging out that Monday because Sunday I was doing a photo shoot with my homegirl. You can see it on my gram. Go follow the gram. But anyways, I was like, oh, okay, we'll hang out. He was like, oh, do you like he asked me like if I wanted to, and I was like, yes, because you wanna know what? I wasn't gonna hang out with this dude without some kind of reward whatsoever. I just don't do that. I need a motivation to go do and be nice to people, right? I need a motivation to do that. So I was like, okay, we could just like, yeah, I'll hang out with you. That's the whole reason I wanted to in the first place. Handy dandy scissors. But yeah. So we planned to hang out that Monday. Well, actually, no, we didn't really plan on anything. So actually, he asked me on Sunday, but it was raining and I wanted to hang out with my editor / homegirl. So I was like, yeah, okay, we'll do it Monday. And he was like, okay. I can't get this open with it recording, so I'm gonna pause. Well, we get the bathroom cam. Anyways, so fast forward. Ooh, okay, I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna stand right here. I'm sorry if my audio's crunchy. I don't have a mic yet, I'm too broke. Anyways, we're gonna open this up and do this. Oh, first I'm opening this. So fast forward, it's Monday. And I told my parents, because I obviously cannot tell them like, oh, like I can't do that, right? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the mall. I'm gonna go to the mall with my friend Izzy. Shout out to Izzy. I've used you multiple times to get away with stuff. I thank you so much. These are actually better than the trolley brand. These taste so much better. So I walk over to the QT because I'm not gonna give this dude my actual address, right? Because that's stupid. Why would you do that? And we already did that with Joshua. I'm not gonna give Nosferatu. We already did that with Joshua. And so many bad things could have happened with Joshua though. So why would I do that? So I'm waiting at the QT. I told him to pick me up at like 1. He's not up at 1. Like, I texted him at 1 o'clock. And I was like, yeah, I'm at the QT. Like, where are you? There's no response. So I'm like, okay, like, are we just like, okay, like, where are you? Like, are you just a no-show? I wait there, me being the patient soul I am. Me being patient and kind and loving. I waited there for 2 hours. He texted me at like, or no, it wasn't. I waited there for an hour and 30 minutes. He texted me at like 2:30. Oh, I'm up. That was the time you were supposed to come get me. I have video proof of me being absolutely pissed. He's late. So, right, he texted me at 2:30. He's like, oh, I'm up. I'm so sorry. I'm getting ready right now. Okay. So, yeah. He doesn't end up picking me up till 3:30. That only gave me a couple hours to hang out with this dude. But at that point, I was so mad. I was like, you know what? I don't even care. I don't care. I didn't even want to by the time he got me. But it doesn't matter. He pulls up in his Tesla, by the way. His Tesla that he can't afford. Don't even get me into that. So he pulls up in his Tesla, and I'm like, oh my god, he looks even worse in life. I am like, he waves at me. He's like, he's in his car, and he's like, and I'm like, because what else are you supposed to do? So I get in. He's like, what's up? Give me a hug. What? I don't know you. I do not know you. But I give him a hug because what else the fuck am I supposed to do? What else am I supposed to do? So I give this dude a hug, and he whips out like this bag. He's like, he pulls out like this bag, and it's this like 2,000 milligram edible, and he's like, you know, do you want some of this? It's the first time I met you. I'm not doing something that's gonna put me out of my mind. I was like, automatically, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not. Pause. I gotta go cut this open. I'm back. Anyways, So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Ooh, ew, like squirted at me. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. So he's like, oh, okay, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. So I get in and like I'm sitting in there and he offers me a dispo. So I take it and I frame that shit because I knew I had to be absolutely out of my mind to get through this interaction. I had to absolutely be baited off my ass to get through this whole thing. Because like I could not do this shit sober. Absolutely not. So I that shit a couple of times. He's like, damn. And I'm like, chill. Fucking go die. Go die. So, right? He's like, oh, are you hungry? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, a little bit. We're driving down like this main highway, right? And he was over me. He's like, oh, I know this like cool ramen place downtown. And I was like, oh, I mean, I guess, bro. Like, I mean, I guess. Also, if I'm not looking at the camera, I'm looking in the mirror because I don't want to F this up. Again, I'm sorry if the camera quality is terrible. I'm like, okay, like, let's just go get something to eat. Oh, damn. Let's just do that, because you wanna know what? I don't know what else we were gonna do, and I didn't trust this dude. Like, at all. I wanted to be in a public place. I was not trying to, like, go back to his house or anything, which he did suggest, and I was like, no! I was like, no, thank you. I'll pass on that. We go to this ramen place, and on the way there, I'm looking like, it's raining, by the way, and I was kind of wet because I was waiting out there. I probably smelled like dirt, and I'm looking at like his music taste, and like, dude, I low-key thought we had like so much in common with the music thing. We don't listen, we barely listen to any of the same hits. There was a few where I was surprised that he did listen to them, but like, other than that, I was like, my guy, we do not have anything in common. But I was like, okay, I just pretended that we did. And dude, he was just talking the whole time. I got no time to talk. Not like I wanted to. Again, I was absolutely baited off my butt. So I didn't need to talk. I was just happy sitting in there. So we get to the ramen place, and it's so ghetto. It is in the middle of the ghetto. And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die here. Like, I'm gonna die here. My city is already kind of ghetto. I'm not gonna say where I live, but Nosferatu was like, oh, I used to work here. You know what? I'm not surprised. So he pulls out like this wad of cash from his pocket. He's like, this is all I got. It's like $25. I'm like, you're a musician in a band. You should be rich. You should at least have some money going for you. You have a nice car, but no money. Make it make sense, right? So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, dude, you only have $25. How are we supposed to buy anything with that money? So he straightens out. He like uncrumples. He like uncrumples it because it's like in this clump. He's like, $25. Let's try to like stay under the budget. And I'm like, okay. So we get inside. I'm faded off my butt. I can barely talk. I'm so gone. Right? He talks to the like freaking worker, right? He talks to the worker because that was like his friend from like, I'm not gonna say, that was his friend. He was talking to the worker because that was his friend. He orders basically for me because I didn't know what I wanted. The menu can go here. Also, pictures of the place can go here. He orders for me and he's like, oh, do you want to sit outside? So I'm like, okay, sure. We sit outside and we wait for our food, and like this tweaker dude comes up, and he's like this tweaker dude. He comes up, he's like, and he's like, what's up, dude? He like fist bumps him, and I'm like, what is it with the guys that I like and them like knowing tweakers? I don't get it. I don't understand. And then the tweaker dude, he turns over to me, he's like, he tries to like fist bump me, and I'm just like, okay. Like, okay. So we sit down at this table and we're waiting for our food. We're talking. He shows me like his like tattoos, which are like, they're so bad. I can't. They're so bad. You know, for being like a freaking death metal band, I was thinking like, okay, you're gonna have some pretty like cool freaking things, right, going on for you. He's like, oh, he's telling me about it. He's like, oh, we only got a demo released, and like, I went and listened to it. It's not that bad. I like hardcore music. It's really not that bad. I like it. Our food gets here, and he's trying to teach. It's like I said, it's a ramen place, so we have chopsticks, and he's trying to teach me how to use the chopsticks, but I'm actually retarded. I cannot grasp anything to save my life. He's like attempting to teach me how to use the chopsticks, and I cannot for the life of me. He has to like readjust my hands at least like 5 different times, and I'm like, whatever. He's just talking about a whole bunch of things, but I was faded off my butt and I couldn't remember. And he takes like his chopsticks and he grabs like a little like thing from his bowl. He got like a ramen thing, and I got like this like rice bowl with an egg on top, and then it had like chicken on it. So good, by the way. I took a picture. There. So he takes his chopsticks And he picks up like this, like it looks like an onion, but he later told me it was fish. I hate fish. I hate fish. Like, I'm so cringed out by this. Somebody sedate me. He was like, he picked it up and he like, he held it out to me and I had to like bite it from the chopsticks. What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, now that I got that out of my system. So, I did that. That was so embarrassing. And he was like, oh, what kind of tattoos do you want to get? And I was like, oh, I want to get like a sun on the back of my neck. And I tried to like explain why, but I was really geeked and it sounded really corny. But yeah, I was like, okay, dude. Okay. Afterwards, after we're done eating, I just kind of sat there and, oh, I look like you're crazy on. So after we get done eating, we ate for like an hour. He was like, well, do you want to go to the guitar center? Because he plays guitar, right? He plays, like I said, he plays guitar for this band. So I'm like, sure, Nosferatu, let's go. So anyways, we go to the guitar center, we go in, and he immediately goes over to the guitars, and he picks one out, and he pulls like a seat over next to this amp, and I'm like sitting there. And mind you, he's this dude is super touchy, right? Like, he is like super touchy. As we were walking in, I'm like walking right here. He's like right behind me. Like, he's like right here. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why are you walking? I didn't tell him this, but like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, why are you walking so close to me? I know you for 3 days and you're already acting like this. But I was like, okay, whatever. Going to the guitar center, like I said, he like grabs the guitar, he pulls a chair over literally like 2 feet in front of him. Again, I don't know why this dude's so touchy, but he plugs in the thing to the amp, and I was kind of worried that it was gonna be loud, but apparently like it's normal for people to like play guitar really loud in Guitar Center because everybody and their mom was playing guitars. So I was like, all right. I was like, okay. He just sits there and plays guitar the whole time. He keeps asking me if I know these songs, and I'm like embarrassed because it's been a hot minute since I've listened to hardcore music. So he was asking me if I knew all these songs, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. He played Deftones. I think he played, what was it? I Think About You All the Time. And I was like, why are you playing Deftones? Like, I like Deftones, but I'm not like super like into them. Like I like more under, like, not to be niche or anything, but I like underground artists. Oh, I probably got hair dye on the door. Oh no. Yo, I got hair dye all over this door. I'm gonna get sniped. He's playing guitar for me the whole time, and I'm like, okay, like, this is really boring. And like, I'm not gonna lie, he kind of looks kind of stupid playing guitar because he's like sitting there and he's like, and I'm like, I'm supposed to just sit there. I'm sitting right in front of him and I'm like, I'm just trying to like, I'm like, dang, you reaching the flow state? Because what are you supposed to say to people playing the guitar? Like, I just don't, like, I never understood what you're supposed to, like, oh, you're so good at that. Like, I'm not that person. I'm sorry. Maybe it's just me, like, not being a relationship person or what. But like, oh, I think I got some in my eyes. That hurt. I don't know if it's just me, like, not being a relationship person in general, but like, I really don't know. I don't know what my problem is. I'm playing guitar and he looks really stupid. And this dude comes up and he's like, oh, I know this guy. Like, he's from this band. He was like, oh, you do? He hits it off. The worker recognized him. And he turns over, he's like, oh, I have a show this Friday, you should pull up. And then he turns over at me, he kind of looks at both of us, and he's like, are you two together? And I look over at Nosferatu, I'm like, and we kind of just like, look at each other, and we look back at the dude, and he's just like, I kind of like shrug my shoulders, and he's like,
this dude's pretty awesome.
Like, why are you trying to wingman? Like, hello? I'm just wanting to go home at this point. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude is faded off his butt. His eyes are bloodshot red. He's playing this guitar. And at one point he tried, I don't know what his thing is with like teaching me stuff. I don't know. But he was like, why don't you try it? And so I was holding this guitar and I've never held a guitar ever in my life. And I'm trying to like, he's teaching me like how to hold it. He's trying to teach me how to hold it, and I just really suck at everything I do, apparently. I think I got enough on my hair, to be honest. I've been like putting this in my hair for a hot minute. Okay, I'm gonna save the rest of this for another time. Shout out to Family Dollar. Put this bag over my head. This is just so like I don't like get anything over anywhere. I need to clean up the bathroom while I talk about it. So at this point, he keeps playing the guitar for like an hour and a half, and I cannot. My attention span is not. It's not it. the whole time, because I need to be home before like 6. So I'm like at like 5:30, I think. I was like, are we gonna head out? He's like, oh yeah, we'll head out. We head back. We get in his car. We put up the guitar. And we get to his car and we're listening. He's listening to me. We're playing music and stuff. I'm like, I'm hitting his babe and like all that stuff. And we get to my house, basically. We enter in my neighborhood. And I told him to pause at the top of the hill because it's always been like, I don't want him knowing. Well, I was a dumbass and I mean, that was the only way to get home. I was a little bit of a retard and I did give him my address, but that was the only way I could get home. But I told him to park up the street, so he doesn't actually know where my house is. But anyways, before I go, I'm sitting in there and I'm like, oh, thank you for the food, like I appreciate it and all this stuff. And he asked me for a hug again, so I go over to hug him, and he I'm hugging him, and he kisses me on the forehead, and I'm like,
oh God, on the first date?
Or not even, it wasn't even a date, it was a hangout. It was a hangout. Like, what are we doing? And I was just like, oh, okay. I get out the car and I run home. I get out the car and I sprint home because I'm like, oh my God, what was that? And he texts me afterwards. He's like, oh, I really like hanging out with you. And I'm like, I love hanging out with you too. What did I go do? 2 days later, I go hang out with him again. That's a story for a different time. That was just the first day. The video's already too long. But this is why you don't meet people you don't go hang out with people you met on Instagram 3 days ago. And you most certainly don't go hang out with musicians because they'll play guitar for an hour and a half and they'll ask you, do you know this song? Like 30,000 times. And it's just so boring. So just don't do that shit. But then again, I did end up hanging out with him a couple of other times and we're still talking. And I really hope he doesn't find this. Nosferatu, if you're watching this, it's okay, I still kind of like you just a little bit. Just tone it down. But, yeah. I can't wait to watch this out, but thank you guys for watching. Toodles!